When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
Hi, Erin.
Hi, how are you guys?
We are well. Thank you for allowing us to call you about the issue that you sent us.
All right. So I met this guy a couple of months ago on OkCupid, and we get along really great. Things are progressing so nice, and there's just like one little issue, and my girlfriends are throwing crazy theories at me, and it's stressing me out. So I've never seen his place, and it's pretty obvious he doesn't want me to.
You've never seen his, like, where he lives?
Right. Yeah. So like,
Have you asked? Have you
Yeah.
asked before?
Okay. I just asked, like, because before that it was always like he'd pick me up or we'd go back to my place. And I was like, this is getting a little weird. So I asked, and he blew it off like, oh, my place is a mess tonight. Or so, like, yeah. It was pretty
So
obvious
it's always
he
an
didn't want me to
excuse.
see it.
Okay.
Yeah, like, not, like, I don't think it's, like, bad or creepy. It's just, yeah, there's always an excuse. It's pretty obvious.
So you said your girl. You've already asked your girlfriends, yeah?
Yeah. They've all weighed in.
And they're probably like, he's
so-
got a secret family. He's married.
Exactly.
Or okay.
Yeah, they can be all stressed out. He lives with his mom. He has a wife.
He lives with his mom.
I mean, that could
Yeah.
be. How old is he? Can I ask?
In his mid-30s, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
He shouldn't live with his mom. Shouldn't.
Right. I mean, like, maybe he fell on hard times or something. Like, I just want some honesty. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a crappy place or OCD. I don't know. It's just, the avoidance makes my girlfriend's voices pop up in the back of my head. So, I mean, what do you
gotcha.
guys think? Is there a reason besides having another woman that a guy wouldn't take me back to his house?
I mean, I think there could be. Do you know if he lives alone or has he mentioned a roommate?
He hasn't mentioned anyone, no.
Okay, so as a guy, I could see why there would be several different reasons as to maybe why he doesn't or hasn't brought you back to his place. Maybe it is something about his living arrangement that is a little bit different, or maybe he has a female roommate who it's completely platonic, but it's
He doesn't
just
want to weird you out. Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't want to weird you out in the beginning and everything.
How long have you been dating?
It's about 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay, so
we
at this-
should be seeing his place at this point, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, at this point,
Right.
you probably should have seen his place.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Erin, we are getting some text messages from some people. Now, I have to warn you, a lot of times our listeners are very end game and are going to be...
That's okay. I need tough love. It's okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. I
You have a good attitude about it.
I mean, I feel like, you and I are friends, and I feel like I need to tell you that, look, our listeners are going to be like your girlfriends and say, oh, my gosh, you need to break up with him right now.
I know.
So
There'll be some of those, but I think that at the very basis, you probably need to, at this point, bring it up. Just like, hey, I really do want to see you. We've been hanging out for 6 months now. I feel like, the fact that I've never seen your place is kind of weird. So what's up with that?
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I was just trying to avoid the intensity of that conversation.
Yeah,
Just
no,
by
yeah.
being like,
And
hey,
so-
how about we go to your place?
Right. Right. So
Okay.
so maybe what we can do here to help Erin out is how do we craft that sentence? How do we make it so it's not like clingy, weird, or intense?
Accusatory,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, for sure. So
Yeah.
we'll try to help you out, Erin, and yeah, it sounds like things are good. So hopefully we can that can continue.
You guys are awesome. Yeah.
And you won't, show up at his place and see a huge red flag like he sleeps on a pile of his own clothes.
Or
Yeah.
he has time to hide the bodies before you come over.
Okay.
Oh my
All right,
God.
Kelly, come on.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
Erin, appreciate you talking with us, and we'll try to help you out here, okay?
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. And again, everybody is like, he's married. Maybe it's because he and his wife are blah, 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 blah. He lives with his parents, bunch of kids and wife.
Uh-huh. Yeah, everyone's kind of going there. Ashley says, get his address off his ID and just show up.
That is okay. So again, I think we're trying to figure out a way that's non-aggressive.
Right. Now, Melinda says there's several reasons it could be. Most are red flags, though.
Okay. All right. So I want to hear from you. How can she talk to him and make him feel comfortable?
Approach the subject again without putting him on guard.
On guard. Right. All right. 502-795-1997. 795-1997. You guys.
Oh man, just farming through the comments already.
Yep. It's group therapy. So, group therapy, Erin, we spoke to her. She met a guy online, been seeing each other on a regular basis for about 6 months, but she's never seen his place. And now she says that to her girlfriends. All her girlfriends are in her ear, cackling and doing like the little hen things that, you girlfriends do. And they're like, it's red flag, red flag, red flag. And she's like, I don't get those vibes that he's like trying to be deceitful or anything. So like, what?
Yes. Like, what are the other reasons that it could be?
Right,
At 6 months in, you should probably be seeing where he lives. Cass says she just needs to be honest with him. She should talk to him, show her concern, say, hey, we've been together 6 months. I really want to see your place. And if he's still very shady about it, then maybe she should talk to him in a supportive tone. Ask him if there's something you're afraid of to show me. It's okay. I'll be there for you. Not going to judge you. She needs to think about everything that may or may not be going through his head, that either, and not necessarily just him cheating or having a wife. It could be something else that he's maybe ashamed of. Yeah.
Okay. Debbie.
Well, it's easy because all she has to do is say she's having her place fumigated and needs a place to stay.
Oh, that's good.
You're right. It could be as easy as that. And like, hey, I need a place to stay.
And then when he says no, then you be like, why?
Exactly.
You know what? My place is being fumigated too.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Debbie, thank you.
Then it would be, what date is yours being fumigated? Because mine's being fumigated on a different date.
You're right, because guys can have a quick excuse, but guys a lot of times can't have a follow-up.
Right.
Oh. So you have to have a follow-up retort to that.
All right, I like that.
I kind of like that. That could work.
Debbie, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right,
bye.
Hey, Amanda, so what's your thought?
So I kind of had the same situation. I was working in a restaurant. The guy I really liked was one of the cooks. He seemed great. Was always like, no, we don't. We always went back to my place. So finally it came down to where, like, I dropped him off one night, and I was like, hey, you think I can come in? And I did, and boy, was I surprised.
What happened?
So his father he lives with his father, and who's older, and just by glancing, his dad's sleeping on, like, 9 mattresses.
Oh, wow.
That's his bed. There's, like, trash everywhere.
Oh, gosh.
There's not a lot of framework in the house. It's bound to, like, studs in some places, almost like it's being remodeled, but more like it's just been neglected.
So you're saying it's kind of like it could be a condition of the conditions of where he's living, as opposed to maybe like who's living there or whatever. So I appreciate that. Thanks, Amanda. I think, a lot of people are like, hey, look, you just got to address it, but make sure the conversation is casual. I got a text that says, blame your, quote, silly girlfriends. And if he still evades answering, admit it kind of makes you worried and wonder. So
yeah, Jessica said she should just tell him it's worrying her. And that worry is causing her imagination to come up with crazy scenarios. So she just wants to clear it up because it's probably not as bad as she's imagining. That doesn't sound like too aggressive.
Yeah, where, I've been talking to my girlfriends and they
Don't say it like that.
They're making me think things and it's just giving me crazy thoughts. And
What's her name?
Who is it? Tell me now.
Angel's like, if I know his name, date of birth, I'll find out if he's married, where he lives, and his tax returns for last year.
Yeah, I mean,
it's very helpful.
All right. So, Erin, what we're saying is, you can I think there are a lot of reasons why it could be other than the fact that it's another woman or he's living with his mom or whatever. But yeah, yes, you do have to get to the bottom of it.
I feel like it's more than likely something he's afraid to show
admit.
you.
Right.
Yes, because he doesn't want to be judged or think that you're going to, it's going to throw a wrench into how things are going with you guys right now. So I think I really like Jessica's approach in just saying, hey, it's been 6 months and I think it's a little odd that I haven't seen your place yet. And now my head is kind of, starting to fill with lots of reasons as to why. And I'm sure they're crazy. So, if she approaches it with that tone, he's got to think that's reasonable.
Or she could approach it like Brooke and say, why do people beat around the bush? Just straight up ask him. And if he gives a lame excuse, bah.
Okay. All right. Oh, well,
So
it sounds like he's given
ways.
her excuses every single time she's broached it. So now she really needs to be like
drill down
why?
on it. Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Why are you giving me an excuse every single time?
All right. Well, hey, Erin, we've given you a lot to consider. Okay.
Yeah. I kind of need to know now. I need to know if she ever gets to his place and what it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, hey, follow up with us. Have the conversation. Follow up with us when you can, and we'll check back in with you, maybe next week, okay?
It's going to be fine.
All right. Good luck, Erin.